Well, we officially spent the entire day at Publix. Yeah, the entire day.
The caption says, "Homelessness is no joke. We spent the entire day at Publix. Now to go to the gym for the night."
We spent the entire day at Publix. Yeah, the entire day. Now it's time to go to the gym for the entire night. My baby's doing a good job, isn't he? This time, this is all I got, y'all. Sorry.
Don't fucking rub it in.
Well, we officially spent the
She said, "Go back to this." What she say? Hold on.
job, isn't he?
Hold on.
My baby's doing a good job, isn't he? This
He's doing a good job. It don't like he's doing no job. What are you talking about? I'm not laughing at this situation, but I'm gonna be honest, man. Struggling together is absurd. I mean, come on now. Two heads are better than one. We can come on. This brother looks like he's got a perfectly good, strong, able body. Strong, able body. And so do you. And it don't even look like we're talking about kids here. It don't even look like kids are even factored into the equation. So what are we doing? You mean you spent the entire day in Publix? I would hope to hear that you was spending the entire day in Publix getting trained on your new position or something. You spending the entire day in establishments that are hiring. And what are you doing? What are y'all doing? What did you do for the entire day in Publix? And then you get on TikTok. You need to be on Chat GPT or something, on Google, something. You telling me you spent the entire day in Publix. Man, I want to hear that we both got a lot of work done. I want to hear he put in 200 applications. I put in 200 applications. I was doing my job training. I was watching a course. I was reading. I want to hear a whole itinerary of things that you got done. Spend an entire day in Publix, probably filming content. I wouldn't be surprised. But again, if this is him doing a good job, he don't have much leeway. He don't have much slack to do a bad one. Cause him doing a bad job, I don't know how much further we can get down. But you know what he is doing a good job at? Here's what I'll give him credit. You know what he is doing a good job? He is doing a very good job of not getting you pregnant. And he needs to keep doing that job. He needs to stay doing that. Now that I'm gonna give him his kudos. He's doing a very good job of whatever he's doing to where you don't end up pregnant. Y'all, before we get into the next clip, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's literally just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well click that like button. And also, if you can hype the video as well.
Almost $200, but right now...
Hold on. It says he makes $200 a day panhandling.
Almost $200, but right now I'm making about $40 or $50. Yeah, I made almost $100 before. So other people seem to get more money than me. You know, there's a girl that comes here, she makes like $160 in a couple hours. But it's not lucrative, that's for sure. I know some people come and start saying, oh yeah, panhandling's great, I make like $500 on Christmas Day, and I'm like, that doesn't happen for me. You know, I've got, I think, $400 or $500 bills in the past 3 or 4 years. And some people will say, every time you see a Lamborghini, they give you a $100 bill. I think I got a tuning from a Lamborghini once, maybe. Not $100 bills. So, I mean, it's still, I mean, I pay for my food. Almost.
I kind of have a new respect for panhandlers because we watch so many and review so many videos of people who come online begging. Just skip this step completely. They come online begging and they do it every single day. At least the panhandler, he's putting himself out there, shaking hands, kissing babies. You got people online begging, they can just pick up their phone and just make money come out of thin air and then go on about their business. And by going about their business, I mean get back into bed and go to sleep. At least this dude is actually out there in the element. So I have a new respect for panhandlers in this society. At least they're staying true to the game and they're not diluting it whatsoever. He's still very much carrying on the tradition that is now a lost art. So I got more respect than him than all these online beggars. I done seen, and they come on begging for the craziest things. I done seen a video of an online beggar come online begging basically for their vacation. It's gotten that bad. It's so bad now they'll be battling each other. No goal. It's not that they need money. It's just, hey, we're about to have a battle where the nature of the battle in itself is just raising donations and seeing which one of us gets the most donations from our audience. Not even for a life event anymore.
Hi, I'm 20 years old and I'm currently homeless. See, you might be wondering, you're in a house right now. And see, while this is true, I am in my dorm room. Once May his, I'm cooked. So welcome to part 1 of my series, If You Fail, You're Homeless. I wish there really was another option, bro. I want to take you through the ups and downs of becoming a music producer and being a successful one at that. Unlike other creators where they set a set amount of time to achieve a certain challenge or goal they have, I have no other option but to succeed in 5 months or else I got no bed to sleep on. So I hope you're ready for my heart to be put up all on the page because this is all I got. Let's build, bro. Hi, I'm 20 years old and
For someone who's homeless, do you have any major mental health issues that is preventing you from working?
Like when I get a job, I have panic attacks at work. I'll wake up one morning and be like, do I really want to go?
Okay, so anxiety. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that can hurt with a job, and I deal with that myself personally, so I can relate to that. That's typically...
That can a lot of times come down to your work environment as well. I like that he's taking the approach where you can understand that. I can understand that in this day and age. I can't excuse it though. I can understand it. Two things could be true. It might have just been that you were in a bad work environment, but the second thing that's true is that it's a lot of people out here now that's weak. And by weak, I just mean mentally weak. It's a lot of people flooding the market that's mentally weak and who get anxiety and have mental health troubles for the most simplest things. The most simplest things. I just reviewed a video of a woman who was coming online, crashing out, crying over the fact that she didn't know how to use the washing machine. So, although I can understand getting anxiety at work, you can have anxiety for a lot of things, but that's just a part of life experience. And by experience, that means you go through it, you push through it, and that's how you grow. That's how you evolve. And that's how you self-actualize. And so you got anxiety at work. Okay. A lot of times, the thing that you hate is what you actually need. The thing you're avoiding is what's actually required to be able to get you the life that you ultimately want to live and where you can actually be fulfilled and you don't have to be so fearful and scared anymore and anxious. But ultimately, you got to live at the end of the day too. So you're going to have to go to work. Or what else are you going to do? You're going to have to do something. Pick your heart. Come on.
And be like, do I really want to go?
Okay, so anxiety. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that can hurt with a job, and I deal with that myself personally, so I can relate to that. That's typically not the mental health that we're talking about when it comes to homelessness. Usually we're talking about major schizophrenia.
No, my homelessness is basically just me taking risks.
Do you deal with any kind of addictions?
I smoke weed. Does that count?
You do smell like... Would you associate your homelessness with that? I'm
No.
assuming no. Yeah, I wouldn't think so either.
So I had like an interest in doing van life, but since I have this car, I'm just doing like car camping.
Is it that, or because you can't afford to live? You're begging on Twitter for money.
It doesn't have anything to do with a mental health condition. It's laziness. It's laziness and entitlement. And it's so many Americans now with that condition. I guess you can call it a condition. We can't call it a mental health condition, but it is a condition nonetheless. It's a lot of people with the laziness and entitlement. And yeah, that's how you can end up homeless. And a lot of people are experiencing that, especially with all the cuts going on. But yes, that's how you end up homeless. It's not your mental health condition. We all got the same mental health. Not the same, but we all battling something mentally. It's a battle no matter what it is. You're just lazy. It's called friction. We all deal with friction. When the alarm goes off, does anybody want to just get up? We all would rather stay in comfort. But we do what we have to do so that we can take care of our responsibilities. And when you're not willing to do that, and when you procrastinate to that extent to where it starts to interfere with your own survival, that is what it is to be lazy.
I have this car, I'm just doing like car camping.
Is it that, or because you can't afford to live? You're begging on Twitter for money.
Yeah.
You want to live in your
So
car?
she's begging.
If I had a minivan again,
How are you going to afford that? You don't do anything. Total income that came in that we saw was $144, and it was through Cash App. How the do you get a place to live? For someone who's homeless, do you have any major...
She's online begging.
10 things I would do if I was homeless and I wanted to leave a situation and I had nothing. This is what I would do. The first thing I would do is not tell anybody what I was going to do because people tend to change your decisions and tell you wrong advice. So I would keep everything silent and I'll just do what I do because when I got into my homeless situation, I told one person and they put a negative stigma on it and it was the best thing that ever happened to me leaving. Number 2, I would get a gym membership.
I agree with that. I think that's just a life thing. I think you shouldn't really tell people what your plans are. I think you should just work on it because you don't want anybody interfering one way or the other. And ultimately, you should be committed, so it shouldn't matter. Eventually, if whatever you're doing is big enough, eventually people will see it. That should be the only thing you care about. It shouldn't be about the vanity of just telling people so they can encourage you and make you feel good before you've even accomplished anything. So I think that's good advice, especially when it comes to homelessness.
The only reason why I would get a gym membership is because just in case you want to put yourself in a different setting, even if you just pulled up and seen the people walking in and out, it just puts your mind in a different mindset, like a different state. You know, you're seeing people who care about their body, their appearance, and it relieves stress. So if you really want to work out, if you can, if you don't have kids, if you don't have a babysitter or whatever, that's fine. God work in mysterious ways. You will be able to get off something like nothing won't be for nothing. So get that gym membership. Number 3, I will use my phone like a paycheck. This is a good one because I literally did this. When I went to New York, I didn't have no money. I literally got monetized. And yes, you know, it was kind of hard to get monetized, but you got to just post the stuff that TikTok want to hear. Straight up. Like, you got to do what you got to do. And I prayed to get monetized. And when I got out there, I went into the settings, I made content, I got monetized. And you can use your phone for content, for applying for jobs, just using your phone as a resource center because you could hit up tons of people and you could give out your number. Period.
Oh no, no, no. I hope she's not saying that for the wrong reasons, but she's giving good advice. Yes, you have a supercomputer at your disposal. People don't even really use it for all the things it can be resourceful for, like she mentioned. Imagine if we just dropped you back in back in history, right? Imagine if we took you right now and dropped you back at another point in history. But we said you get to keep your smartphone. And we drop you at a point to where they don't even have electricity. Now, you wouldn't have long But let's just pretend you had a portable charger and you had your smartphone. Man, you would be, they would glorify you as a higher power. And so that's how powerful it is. And it's funny, although we don't live in the Stone Age, there's still a lot of people who aren't even resourceful with this technology that we've been granted. And so they might as well be in the Stone Age. Like I mentioned about the chick who didn't know how to do the washing machine or whatever, and she was crashing out. It's a lot of people like that with everything that they need at their at their disposal, but they still have to depend on someone else to hold their hand, and they can't solve any problems, and they can't ultimately do anything for themselves. They're basically helpless. It's still a lot of helpless people out here, even though we have so much at our disposal. So she's bringing up good points. But I think we're gonna move on. Let's see. Maybe we'll come back to it. See. No, can't do that.
You can ask the flowers. I sit for hours. Telling.
Okay, he just does collages.
Well, y'all.
The caption says, update. Yes, I'm still homeless. And yes, I'm still handling my business. I cried my eyes out yesterday, but today is a new day and we still going. I don't know who needed to hear this, but don't stop. No matter how bad it gets, don't stop and keep your faith.
Y'all been following me. Y'all see what I've been going through and shit. But the beauty about it all is I'm downtown. I'm closer to my school. It's crazy I'm closer, right? But I'm still late as fuck. But oh well. But yeah, like, I'm just telling y'all I'm really here to tell y'all, like, it don't matter what you really going through. It's all about how you get through it and how you handle the situation. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go through something. Everybody got some shit bottled up, trauma, drama. It's always somebody going through something. But you just gotta make the best out of it and just think positive and just keep going and just believe in God and keep faith.
Positivity can be powerful. Sounds like she's homeless. She's in school. What are you going to school for? I want to know that. Positivity can be powerful, but you're homeless. So you can be as positive as you want, but also just what needs to be done and what's required to be done is also required to be done. You're going to have to work a lot. You're going to have to fix whatever it is that you got going on that's keeping you homeless. I would even argue, again, I don't know what she's going to school for, but I would argue that don't need to be the priority. Potentially, if you're homeless, you're in survival. I don't even know how you're going to school thinking straight if you're homeless. I wonder, homeless can be vastly used though in a vast context, an assortment of context, different contexts. So homeless for her may be just sleeping on a family member's couch or whatever. So that's potentially what she could mean, and maybe that's why she's able to do everything. But when I think of homeless, like on the streets, fending with the elements, I don't know how you would be able to be thinking clearly to be able to go to school. Just me personally.
And just don't give up. Just don't give up. Like, that's what they want you to do. They want you to give it all up. They want you to crash out. They want you to fall on your fucking feet. But why would you give them that satisfaction? Why would you do that? But like, yeah, I just love it. I cry a lot. I go through a lot of shit. But I keep the fuck.
Oh, that's why she's so energized. Okay. She got something to prove. She got something to prove. And let me tell you, hey, when you got something to prove, or when somebody tries to go against you, or maybe doesn't believe in you, or maybe even just says something to you that resonates something within you in a negative way, it's really negative emotions, but at the same time, that energy can be used nonetheless to drive you to action. Anger is one of the best negative emotions that will drive somebody to action when they're angered. It could be used for bad purposes, it could be used for good purposes. But it's just energy at the end of the day. It will give you energy one way or the other, depending on how it's brought on. And so it seems like she might be harnessing that, which is what I would recommend. I don't recommend doing it forever, but there could be certain periods. There were definitely periods in my life where I got set off and I decided to apply it and funnel it into my actions to actually change and improve my life. So that may be the saga she's currently within her own life.
I cry a lot. I go through a lot of shit. But I keep the fuck going because, bitch, who the fuck finna just be sad all the damn time? Not me. So, yeah, I just keep going, y'all. I keep pushing through whatever. And I'm downtown. Yeah. I actually love it here. But, yeah, y'all. Update. I know y'all haven't been seeing me do school content. And that's because I haven't been in school all last week because I was going through some shit. But now I'm back. And this is a new week. New block. If you go to Illinois Media School, you know what I'm saying. But I'm about to go into school, focus, lock back in this whole week, and make sure that I'm on my P's and Q's, you know?
Hold on, I need to check on something because something's not adding up. Something isn't making sense. Let me see if I can show this. Oh. So you're in school. She got a lot going on. There's no wonder why she ended up homeless. Because here's what first flagged to me. I don't know if it'll let me just show that by itself. But here's what first flagged to me. I wish I could just. Dang. I want to show it. At the end of the day, like on her profile picture, it's her with red hair and like a fur coat on with a chain on, with her hair done real well. It just looks like someone who's well off. But as we just saw, it seems like she's homeless or was homeless. So, but also, like I said, she does music. So she's in school, she's doing music. Some people will do anything aside from getting a job. Like here she is performing right here. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. It's free promotion, right? Oh, she's saying her whole set was a mess. So it looks like she's reacting to another person. Hold on. 'Cause I thought I saw something of her performing too. Maybe not. But yeah, she's a rapper. Here go her little video. Oh no, too much. So yeah, she's a rapper. It's gonna be a lot of homeless rappers in the coming years. Kind of like that guy we saw who he said he was about to be homeless, but he said, "Come with me on my music producer journey." Oversaturated. You got so many people doubling down in oversaturated fields, and you know you're not that good. So, how are you gonna be able to break through all that noise? I don't know. It really just seems like you're about to waste a whole heap of time that you can't get back. It said homeless and living in my car, but I finally found a job.
Good morning, guys. So I'm finally starting a new job today, which I'm so excited for and I'm so grateful for. But yeah, it's currently 6:30 in the morning and I don't have to be there until 10:30, so let's go ahead and get ready for the day. Let's get out of the trunk. Okay, you guys, I currently don't have any pants on because it's very hot. So let me go ahead, put some pants on before I start heading about my day. So, okay, my pants are on. So let's go ahead and start heading to the gym because I need to take a shower.
She's been homeless for a while. I'm looking off to the side. It says day 150 of being homeless. Half a year, at least almost 6 months. She's been at least.
Here we go. I need to turn on my car.
By the way, I don't think she has to be homeless. I think she's just running it up. I think she likes this life. She's very famous. I don't think she probably has to be homeless. She's probably got a lot of money. She just chooses this for whatever reason.
It's so hot. The summer months are definitely summering, okay? It's hot as balls.
It's kind of funny. Living in your car, I would think would be the equivalent of how a pet feels when you put them in a cage. I would even argue there's less space in a car than in a pet's cage, but it's a cage nonetheless. You're not stuck in it forever and you can come and go whenever you please. But I'm just saying the confinement aspect of it, that's got to be somewhat similar to how a pet feels. I don't think we need to watch this whole thing. This is what she does. This is her content. This type of content does well, but it sounds like this is something that she already naturally likes anyway, living in her car. So it paired well together with it, and she's probably saving all the money, because she don't got no rent, nothing. So we'll leave it there for the day. Y'all, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And then also if you want to become a member of the channel as well, the join button's on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments where it will show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, the join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.